Hello. So I know you guys are ready to see our proposal that we have for China, so we'll get right into it. Go ahead, Sophia.
Okay, so considering cultural dimensions, we can see that both countries depict major cultural differences. On the dimensions of uncertainty avoidance and masculinity, both cultures have similar views and values, therefore, we do not need to worry about them. China scores low on indulgence, which means that they are people who value duty and self control. The USA is the opposite side of the spectrum. If we look at long term orientation, we can see that China has a strong focus on the future, perseverance, and saving, while the US is a short term oriented. Regarding individualism, China is a collectivist society that values family ties and group harmony. In the US, people tend to focus more on personal success. China scores high on power distance, meaning that hierarchy is respected and leaders have strong authority. The US emphasizes equality and access to leadership. In summary, China is a group oriented, future focused, and hierarchical society, whereas the US is more individualistic, indulgent, and equality driven. Now, let's look at some more other cultural differences that make negotiating with China a little bit difficult. We have communication, feedback, disagreement, and scheduling. The three areas where we can see more differences is in communication. China has a high context communication and the US a low context one. Then we have disagreeing. China has a non-confrontational approach, whereas the US tends to be more confrontational and they accept debate. When it comes to scheduling, China is flexible, accepting interruptions in their schedule, whereas the US follows a more linear approach and they like to keep deadlines.
All right, in this section, we analyze business styles and strategies for China. By analyzing the best ways to do business with China, we were able to highlight these key points for understanding how to be successful. The patience they have in Chinese culture, along with some forms of business takeover and emotional techniques, help us learn about their culture and the pressure techniques or strategies for closing deals in Chinese culture.
In 2025, China is a single-party socialist republic led by the Communist Party, with President Xi Jinping at the center of power. Key priorities include a stable economy, technological innovation, green development, and national security. Xi's anti-corruption campaign has intensified, becoming more politically selective. Geopolitical tensions are high, especially with the US under President Trump and over Taiwan. On climate, China faces pressure to stop coal use and meet Paris Agreement goals, but an economic slowdown may decrease the progress. The government is focused on boosting customers' consumption, rural rehabilitation, foreign investment, and innovation. For foreign businesses, this means predictable planning and opportunities in clean energy and infrastructure, but also risk of political shifts and regular examinations.
The Economic Freedom Index measures the level of freedom individuals and businesses have to carry out economic activities in a country using 12 quantitative and qualitative factors. China scores low in investment freedom and financial freedom. However, its strength has been its integration into the global economy and its active participation in international trade. Overall, lower than world average scores reveal China's restrictive government, where the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, exercises strong influence and direct control over its economic activity and financial system. For foreign businesses, there might be challenges in securing financing, accessing fair credit terms, and repatriating profits. However, China's trade links and export-led growth remain positive.
Registering a local business in China is relatively quick and inexpensive, but foreign investment can take months and requires approval from multiple authorities. The tax system is both heavy and complicated. Companies in Beijing face an effective tax rate of around 55% of profits and spend around 138 hours per year on compliance. Enforcing contracts is also difficult. often taking 496 days and incurring high costs with additional hurdles in extenuating judgments. China's overall tariff levels are moderate, and importing non-agricultural goods is generally cost-effective. Free trade agreements such as RCEP and various bilateral deals can further reduce or even eliminate tariffs, provided that rules of origin requirements are met. Importers must carefully check HS code-specific tariffs and confirm FTA eligibility with necessary certificates, and remain mindful of non-tariff barriers and custom procedures.
All right, in this section, we analyze the foreign direct investment, the FDI, to understand its importance. We must understand that FDI refers to the investment made by a company from one country to start a business in another. Next, by explaining the challenge and restriction by market type and how they apply to foreign and domestic investor, investing in China can bring significant benefits, boosting its growth and opening significant opportunities. However, it is essential to be cautious and about local requirements, laws, and potential risks, especially for U.S. companies, when assessing technology transfers, risk, and closely monitoring any developments.
In the current economic conditions in the last 5 years comparisons, China has consistently demonstrated a strong purchasing power parity per capita GDP over the last 5 years, with projections for this year approaching 29,000. This indicates strong purchasing power, which can lead to increased consumer demand for goods and services. China's steady GDP growth, averaging around 5%, looks promising for new ventures. Inflation has remained relatively low at below 1% over the last 2 years, while interest rates have stayed below 4%. This creates a favorable environment for new entrepreneurs to secure funding, and with the quality products we're offering, we can absorb some consumer savings from low inflations. Overall, this steady economic growth is beneficial for launching our new product. For currency in the last 5 year comparisons, looking at the results of the US dollars over the last 5 years in comparison to the Chinese yuan, the US dollars has shown remarkable stability. This stability presents a win-win situation for our product, as the strong dollar allows us to cover establishment and expansion costs in China more effectively. Conversely, a weak yuan would increase demand for Chinese-made products, which could benefit our product manufactured in China. Overall, the high value of the US dollars provides us with greater flexibility to make beneficial adjustments, ensuring that our new establishment will yield favorable outcomes.
Based on our studies about China's economic condition, one of the 3 products we propose is a senior-friendly compact air purifier. This product will address the needs of China's growing silver economy and air pollution issues. Featuring a smart, user-friendly menu for seniors and built-in family integration, this product is set to stand out in the market. While competitors like Xiaomi, SmartMe, and global brand Philips offer compact air purifiers, the market still lacks a senior-friendly model.
China's urban households face serious water quality challenges. Boiled water is common, but it's expensive and sustainable. Our solution is a smart modular purification system tailored for compact apartments. It combines 5 filters, UV sterilization, and real-time sensor monitoring, all controlled via a mobile app. This meets rising health awareness, space-saving needs, and smart living trends. Unlike Midea, Xiaomi, or Angel, our system is customizable, tech-driven, and affordable. Using the BRIO framework, it's valuable, hard to imitate, and well-organized.
China's cosmetics market is large, but safety and counterfeit concerns persist. Young and middle-class customers seek natural, eco-friendly products, especially outside major cities. Most purchases happen via e-commerce and influencers, which makes authenticity and premium packaging key for trust and gifting. Our advantage would lie in transparent sourcing, eco-certifications, and strong supplier ties, offering high-quality, eco-friendly products. Competitors focus on luxury, mass market, or tradition, leaving a gap for us in sustainable and safe cosmetics.
And that was our presentation for this, and these are the resources that we used for each one of those slides.